I invite you into prayer position at your heart. Mountain. Tuck your tailbone. Slightly turn your toes inwards. Be at peace. Breathing in your heart. Welcome to the Invigorating Flower. This is a unique hour-long practice designed to activate, balance, and invigorate each of the 12 chakras. We will engage in still poses, invigorating poses to open each chakra, and balancing exercises to integrate the left and right side of your body in relation to each chakra. Typically, I count 10. You do not need to count if you follow your own breath pattern and make changes to the exercises as I guide you to change. Do prioritize initiating all movements from the breath. You will wait until your lungs begin to inhale, to open your body, and you will allow the lungs to begin to exhale before bringing yourself back into center within a pose. It is more important to align this movement than to push yourself to bend further or go deeper in any particular sequence. Exhale down, inhale up, mountain pose. One breath, one pose to warm up. Exhale down, inhale up on the tiptoes, down, hands on top of the head in divine pose for the crown. Wait for the exhale. Move your hands behind your neck, lift up, arching the throat, inhale into sleepwalker. Exhale, Buddha belly pose. Drop the arms, belly out, center in the hips. Wait for the inhale. Inhale up, bend over. Exhale, ragdoll for the nose tip. Deep, long breathing. Inhale up into chair pose for the solar plexus. Balance. Inhale up, belly in, forward fold for the diamond eye. Legs straight. Long exhale. Step the feet open, inhale up, slight bend to the knees, centaur pose. Open through the chest for the lung chakra. Next, exhale. Inhale and jump into goddess pose for the root. Next, exhale, bend down, knuckles to the ground, lift up from the belly for the chin chakra, ape pose. Inhale, straighten into star pose for the navel. Wait for it. Exhale, bend down into a squat for the third eye. Stare at the floor before inhaling and rising into mountain pose for the heart. Be in your center. heart chakra. Once again, exhale down, inhale up, exhale into prayer position. Begin long, deep breathing into the heart. Stand with your legs hip distance apart, toes slightly in. For the rest of this practice, focus on balancing between the balls and heels of your feet. Lift and spread your toes, gripping the ground with active feet. Become aware of what you have brought into this practice today. Be at peace with what is. And allow your lungs to assert their needs and guide the rhythm of your breathing from within. Exhale down, inhale up, mountain. Exhale down, inhale up. Practice attuning the motion of your arms to be an extension of your breath. And begin twisting. Imagine you are rotating left to right, your arms swinging freely, opening through the shoulders into your chest. Allow momentum. Allow your gaze to drift from side to side, gently sweeping over the room. Slow the pace, return to mountain. Those are the balancing exercises for the heart. With heart openers, we invigorate and center the chakra. If you so choose, you may count or lean back, open the heart. Exhale, return to center. Extend the breath, one exercise per breath. Inhaling open, exhaling, returning to mountain. The arms are open and wide as you lean back. The arch is entirely focused on your heart. This is a back bend, de-emphasizing the throat and the hips. Feeling centers in the heart. Once again, I do roughly 10 in this practice. You may go slower or faster. Inhaling, opening the chest, feeling the circle around the chest. Exhaling, returning to prayer position in mountain. This gets easier as you do them. If it is not getting easier, don't try so hard. Find your easy, natural edge as you lean back and feel energy coursing through you as you return to mountain. Your gaze may increasingly look up to the ceiling and consider holding through several breaths in a final back bend before returning to center in your heart. Feel the gift you have given to your heart chakra and your chest. And prepare to shift to the crown. In this, we breathe down, exhaling, inhale up onto your toes, and coming down in divine pose. Your hands are on top of your crown, accentuating the feeling. The elbows are back, the shoulder blades are slightly in. Your stance is like mountain. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, sway to one side. Begin crescent moons. Inhaling to center with hands above the head. Exhaling from one side and then to the other. At your pace, you are accentuating the arch from your feet to the tips of your fingers. Anywhere that grabs your attention needs soothing, and to consciously distribute the arch throughout the entire arc of the crescent moon pose. You may consider beginning to lower the arm you are bending towards and separating the body even more, allowing the inner shoulder to drop and your sides to move with more independence. You are still breathing, inhaling to center, exhaling, bending to one side. You are following the internal rhythm of your breathing. Your body is an extension of your breath. If you explore engaging this practice on your own, consider counting to guide the level of challenge. Inhale and return on an exhale to divine pose. Hands touch your crown. Begin inhaling, rising to your toes, exhaling, bringing your hands back to your crown. On the inhale, your hands reach to the sky to draw energy down into the crown. Feel it. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Practice balancing with more confidence while continuing to follow the rhythm of your body as an extension of your breath. You are opening your crown and invigorating the life force within it. Allow this to get easier and consider staying on your toes for several breaths before returning to divine pose. Breathe into your crown. We are engaging a consistent rhythm. We hold the still pose for a chakra. We do the balancing exercises for the chakra, left to right. We do the invigorating exercises that open the chakra. And then we return to the held pose. When you return after having engaged the exercises, recognize the blessing you have given yourself and center the energy before moving on. Move on to sleepwalker pose. Hands behind your neck, arch back in the throat, breathing with an ocean breath. The elbows are drawn slightly in, and your balance is strong. This is a slight bend in the upper chest and throat. Allow the hips to be still. Begin neck rolls to one side, keeping the hands behind the throat. Exhaling forward, chest and chin touch or come close. Inhaling as you circle back. Hold, be still, and reverse direction. Roughly 5 rotations. Feel the rhythm and keep your focus isolated around the throat, allowing the upper shoulders to separate before returning to sleepwalker pose. And then reversing at a still more subtle pace. Each time you reverse, allow momentum to unwind. Come to stillness once again, and reverse for a last time. 2 sets on each side. The arms behind the throat enable the shoulders and upper back to release before returning to sleepwalker. Lean back, breathe into the throat. This next exercise is the most subtle. Exhale, bend your throat, chin to chest. Inhale, open back into sleepwalker. This closes a significant energetic lock and isolates and opens your neck. Allow the empty breath to release the neck forward and the full breath to open the throat and empower strength to this vulnerable area as it is most exposed. Roughly 10 of these invigorating exercises. Your body is a direct extension of the rhythm of your breathing. Exhaling down, and the elbows do come slightly in. Feel the closing. And inhaling back, feel the openness as your head and neck are supported in your hands. Make sure you remain grounded. This is not a stretch for your lower body. Inhale back. Exhale forward, closing the throat lock. And stay the next time you enter sleepwalker pose, breathing with an ocean breath through the throat, relaxing any final tensions you find in your throat, neck, and upper shoulders. Exhale your arms down by your side or put them on your sides. thumbs pointed around towards the lower back. Buddha belly pose. Allow your belly to release and arch your hips forward. Breathe in waves up your spine while accentuating the arch through the hips. The next exhale, begin hip circles. You are circling the hips and allowing them to move with more independence from each other. 5 circles, bending forward, to the side, and then back, before returning to center in Buddha belly pose, coming into stillness and reversing direction. You are leaning with the upper body following the momentum of your hips, lower back, and pelvis. Feel a circle between each hip, lower back, and pelvis. And sense, as you return to Buddha belly and reverse direction again, sense the rhythm of the opening in your lower body. Allow the hips to show you how they can move with greater ease. Allow the neck to follow, never accentuating the stretch with undue pressure through your shoulders, neck, or head. And return to Buddha belly one more time before reversing. Five turns on each side. And then return to Buddha belly pose before moving the hips forward and back. This is almost a slide. It helps you sense into the back bend while keeping the neck and throat relatively gentle. You are opening your lower back and sensing into the way the hips and spine work with each other. You don't need to bend very far forward. You're inhaling back, exhaling forward with a concentration on moving the hips, sliding forward and back. The rest of your body, below and above the lower back, is simply following the rhythm. As you release excess tension here and unite your upper and lower body. You're doing roughly 10 of these before returning to Buddha belly. Slowing your motion into stillness and breathing in waves up your spine as you relax into the lower arch of this back bend. There are 3 major back bends in this practice. They accentuate the arch in the lower body, the chest, and the neck and throat. Find stillness before exhaling down into ragdoll pose. This is for the nose tip. You are leaning with your hands or elbows above your knees, releasing the lower back, releasing the head, and breathing with strong emphasis through the nose. We will be alternate nostril breathing with twists. Begin relatively restrained. So block one nostril with a thumb. Exhale all the air. Inhale, lift slightly. When the inhale's complete, let go of one nostril, block the other with the opposite arm's thumb. Exhale through that nostril. Then inhale, lift back up. Either continue with this rhythm, or as you exhale down, twist slightly across your body so the opposite elbow rests above the opposite knee. You may accentuate this twist by lifting the arm that is not blocking a nostril. The twist and the arm lift are not necessary. You're inhaling to center on the full breath. You switch which thumb blocks the nostril. You exhale more slowly than you inhale. So inhale with strength until full. Stay centered. Reverse the nostrils. Exhale and allow the twist to accentuate squeezing the lungs and emptying them. As this becomes more natural, add the twist across the body and then add the lifting of the arm. But back away from these additions if they become a distraction. Return to ragdoll pose. Hands or elbows above the knees. And then inhale, cross the arms across your chest. Exhale, bend forward, down below the knees if you can. As you rise, you reverse the cross of your arms. So inhale, open arms. Exhale, bend down. Your hands are resting on opposite shoulders. Each inhale brings you to center, reverses the arms. Each exhale bends down. You can lean your elbows above the knees or release more deeply by drawing your belly in. You're doing this roughly 10 times, but it is most important that you follow your breath pace. Don't worry about the numbers too much. It's just a guideline. This is a wonderful way to recenter if your mind is overactive and you don't know what you need in a given moment. It is also a blessing to alleviate anxiety. Cherish the hug before staying down in ragdoll. And consider releasing your arms with bent knees still, perhaps even wrapping behind the ankles. Breathe into your lower belly, releasing it fully and surrendering it down towards your thighs. Before inhaling, up into chair pose. Chair pose is balanced, front and back of the thighs, centered around the solar plexus. After several breaths, begin the bear crawl. You are turning to one side like a swimmer and reaching your fingers down like a bear clawing through the air. You are rotating, and your vision makes a circle on each side, forward, down, back. Catch your rear arm as it rises and then goes forward. 2 opposite circles on each side. Feel the rhythm in your solar plexus, centering you and building focus in your upper abdominals. Remain grounded while allowing your body to move. Let your sides separate and slow before returning to chair pose. There is a relatively straight line up your spine, through your shoulders, out your fingertips. You will now do chair squats, folding chair. You will go as low as you comfortably can while remaining centered. Exhaling down, inhaling up. If the front of your thighs burn, center the sensation by leaning back into the heels more and engaging the backs of your legs. Find your pace and find your depth down. Distribute the effort throughout your body, engaging muscles that are not helping to support those that may get sore first. Challenge yourself to go a little lower or back off if you simply cannot focus. The focus on the chakra is the most important element. Feel your solar plexus as you return to stillness and chair pose. And either stay or I invite you to return to mountain pose. Straighten the legs, tuck the tail, hands together in prayer position at the heart. This is halfway through the practice. Let yourself sway. Find a deeper mountain and embrace this stillness, tuning in to what you have given yourself thus far. Draw your abdomen in, inhale your arms above your head, and come forward in a forward bend. Legs relatively straight, belly in, breathe your abdomen into your thighs. Release the head and focus on the diamond eye. Fingertips or hands to the ground. Relax the lower back. Relax the buttocks. Release the back of your thighs. You will notice that we are not seeking to make every element of this pose perfectly straight. Inhale and lift one leg. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift the other leg. You are staying whole more than you are attempting to perfectly straighten or perfectly lift any one limb. The fingertips are grounding. Your head remains loose. And you're lifting in a half split. Again, feel through any significant areas of tension and distribute the effort throughout your body. You inhale as you lift. You hold a moment and allow the exhale to induce the return of your foot and leg. Shift your balance to the opposite side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Return to center. Inhale, slightly lifting to a flat back, and then exhaling back down. Release and feel the gift you have given to your body. At this point, begin toe touchies. You inhale all the way up, mountain pose with your arms above your head. You exhale, open your arms to either side, and then lower into a forward bend. Draw the belly in as you exhale. Surrender it to the thighs. Inhale from the strength of the abdomen. Hands overhead. Find grace. Maintain your balance with the heels on the ground. Feel lines of energy up your legs, drawing your upper body upright, and then fold forward and sense this forward bend getting easier each time. Release the lower back when you were down. Lift through the chest when you are up. Release the head and shoulders when you are down. Let the throat be loose as you gently gaze at your hands above your head. Stay balanced between the front and back of your body. And lengthen lines of energy through any part of your body that becomes overly constrained or seems to be bearing too much of the effort. Next time down, stay down in a forward bend. Feeling the difference, allowing the knees to be unlocked. You may work to accentuate straightening the legs and deepening the fold only to the extent that it does not distract you. Let go of your head. Before turning your feet a little wider out and inhaling up into centaur pose. Centaur pose has gently open legs, wider than mountain, narrower than goddess. There's a slight bend to the knees, the palms are out, the shoulders back, the chest up. Breathe into the upper chest. Next inhale, begin archers. So you're turning to one side, the opposite arm goes above and then bends back down. The arm you're turning towards goes under and up. It is okay if the fingertips do not meet. It is more important that you be fluid and open the shoulder a little more each time. Feel a gentle shift in your weight as you rotate your body left to right. Allow the archer pose to naturally deepen as the lower arm reaches slightly higher each time. Do challenge yourself to reach the fingertips towards each other. Don't strain to the point of discomfort that distracts you from the fluidity and strength of this pose. Do consider spending your last rotation holding the archer through 3 or more breaths. Sink slightly into the knees. And keep the neck soft and the gaze alive. Release the shoulders. Feel the touch of your hands on your back and allow this connection to help you soften. And return to center in centaur pose. Shoulder shrugs. Inhale the shoulders straight up towards the ears, draw them back, and exhale down. So you're making circles with the shoulders in rhythm with the breath and opening the chest from inside, like a rolling pin moving through the circle of your chest cavity. Inhale forward, up, back, down. Feel the rhythm of the breath guiding you through 10 of these. Slow the pace of motion as you fill, and then exhale, drawing the muscles back and down, opening areas of your chest and back that rarely get moved. And return to centaur pose when you're done. And feel the gift you have given to yourself. Staying alive through the arches of your feet. And perhaps drawing one arm across the body to grab the opposite shoulder and breathe it out. You're gripping behind the shoulder to accentuate a little movement here. Return to centaur pose and re-engage some shoulder shrugs. This time accentuate the movement back. So you're really drawing the shoulders down your body. Do these several more times before reclaiming centaur pose. Exhaling your way down, and then inhale, jump your legs open further into goddess pose. Your feet are pointed out And you're sitting right at the edge of your comfortable power. The arms are perpendicular to the elbow and then straight up in the air, fingertips outstretched. Center down through the root. And then bring your arms together in tree pose in front of your body, hugging the trunk of a tree. On an exhale, bend over one knee, twisting gently to the side. Wait for the inhale to begin with the root lock, induced at the base of your spine, around towards the perineum. The inhale draws you up as if you are releasing a bent sapling. So feel the rootedness through your lower body as your upper body releases to return upright. Exhale down, inhale, release yourself up, and feel the shift in your energy as you return to tree pose. This is hugging a tree. Feel the strength of the tree teaching you how to root through your legs. Your lower body becomes the roots entering the earth, and the movement of the upper body empowers your rootedness to deepen and keep you strong and firmly in place. Claim tree pose and stay, breathing with the strength of a tree moving through your roots into your body. Meditate with this presence before reclaiming goddess pose. Upper arms perpendicular, hands up. Begin goddess squats, lowering your body to its comfortable limit down, and then inhaling up. At this point, you may consider broadening your stance if it helps you stay invigorated. Feel in rhythm with your breathing. Allow this to be as challenging as you are ready to let it be. The gift of these squats can be exquisite. Allowing the thighs to open out as you sink down, sensing your power going deeper than you knew it could go. Want this feeling. Allow the root to activate and bring it into stillness with some lion breaths, opening your mouth and clenching every muscle in your face, drinking in life and feeling your body in a primal scream that is focused and pure. Then return to stillness. Feel the peace you have created by channeling these intensities within you. Exhale your knuckles down to the floor, bending between your legs, and then inhale, rise from the strength of your abdomen into ape pose. There's a slight arch up in your chest. Imagine you're standing for the first time and reaching up to the side. Inhaling up, make a fist, open hand as you lean with the lower arm. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Feel this rhythm as you shift your weight. Clench the upper fist as if you're gripping life, holding on to a higher way of being. And let your lower hand open, calming yourself into a presence in your body. Unite heaven and earth within you, like an ape learning to stand for the first time. Shift your stance enough to feel comfortable in the left to right movements. Adjust the way you lean just enough to remain coherent and integrated throughout your body. Allow your head to relax to the side. Before exhaling your way down to ape pose again. And then inhaling both arms straight up in fist. Exhaling down, knuckles to the ground. Inhaling up, pure power. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Either continue this or consider an even deeper challenge. Turning to the side. Going down on all fours. You inhale into cow, exhale, arch your back into cat. Leap up. Draw your arms above your head. Exhale down all the way to all fours. So 2 breaths per cycle. You're inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. Leaping up, inhaling into ape with arms raised. Exhaling down, knees and hands. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. And arching your back as you leap up into ape, and then breathe into the power of your raised arms. This is a beautiful transition pose between grounding poses and standing poses. I invite you to do it at least once or twice to get a sense of what it feels like. Yet, allow yourself to remain with the powerful ape invigorating exercise, if that is working fine for you. Ten of either of these or a combination before returning to ape pose. You are breathing with your mouth open. And if you so choose, just lean, shift, feel yourself before returning to a stillness. Hanging down and preparing to open up, straight limbs, star pose. For the navel, your arms are out and up. Your legs are down to either side. Your feet are pointed out. And begin bending down and reaching up. We're going to do the invigorating exercise a couple times just to feel the power of the star. Then return to a stillness here. Breathe in your core. If you so choose, this is a great time to activate breath of fire. Use your limits. Bend down again when you're done. Wrap your arms together and begin swaying side to side. Your abdomen alone is moving you. So your shoulders and head are totally letting go. This opens your hips by shifting your weight, allowing your legs to sense their unity into the navel, while moving independently from there down. Inhale to power the swing, exhale and feel the momentum of it. Certainly, swing several times before you return to stillness. I rarely count these. Inhale your way back up into star pose and exhale down, hands to the ground. Inhale up. Star, exhale down. Feel the unity of your core empowering all around your body. Feel the whole circle. So you're not over-relying on the front or back muscles. You're empowering them to work together. Allow your stance to broaden or come closer in, depending on how well this works for you. Feel alive and feel the power that comes from uniting straight limbs into your core. This pose and exercise, shooting star, allows you to feel the lines of energy out each limb uniting. The same muscles that lift you and lower you become the focal point for the limbs. So you're allowing your limbs to reach through the joints of the hips and shoulders. And by feeling this line through the joint, you gain much more leverage and extension. And then you lower yourself for a final time. You broaden your stance still further if you so choose. And let go. Let go into the ground. You can explore how low you can go. Even sinking onto the forearms. Don't try that if it's out of your reach. Either remain still or walk your way back and forth, bending one knee or the other, just feeling the life you've brought into your body. From these navel exercises and from the entire invigorating sequence, we are winding down. We are winding down. And palms to the ground, come in for a low squat. You can be on the balls of your feet or even back on your heels. This is a very normal position for many people all over the world. They work, prepare food, and even eat in this position. As you rise in a flying squat, feel the power of making this a normal way to be. And begin lifting your feet off the ground as you open your arms and lower them. And you're simply uniting this with single, gentle breaths. You're not doing anything extra to challenge yourself. Inhale up, lift one leg, exhale down. if you so choose, begin to bring that leg over the other. And spin. So when you bring it across your body and down, you create a twist in the legs. If you leave the balls of the feet on the ground, you can twist all the way around and you will reverse the cross of your legs. Then you can begin adding eagle arms, wrapping the same side elbow as the upper knee below the other arm. You wrap the arms around each other and then unite the hands for a twist through the arms that draws your shoulders open. When you combine this with the spin, you can then open your body in some wonderful ways. And finally, begin lifting that upper leg off the ground into a gentle eagle. So this is eagle pose, which is a one-legged pose. But I just want you to explore doing it a couple times before letting it go. And now you're going to shift back, releasing the spin. And inhale your arms up and cross one leg over the other. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. I find this to be very valuable, to normalize breathing and lifting onto one leg without staying through a breath. It makes movement natural in a way that's a deep gift. If you choose to stay, you can also restore the eagle arms and even work on wrapping that upper foot behind the grounded leg, behind the shin. That's a full eagle. Lift the arms and elbows up. Before exhaling your way back down into a squat. In rising crow, you're just lowering to ground in a squat, inhaling all the way up. Crow pose is on the hands. These are just squats with open arms. I want you to feel like a bird that's taking off. Please remember, yoga, as it is most frequently taught, comes from a place where it is hot most of the time. Invigorating exercises and balancing exercises that include a lot of movement warm you up on the inside. And if you so choose, inhale your chest up a little higher, draw your hands off the ground, and remain balanced on the balls of your feet with your hands open. Breathe into the completion of this practice. Find stillness before drawing yourself down in a seated position. Comfortably brace your ankles before beginning a few breaths, raising your arms, exhaling into a prayer position. Perhaps change the cross of your ankles to the side you are less inclined to rest in. Make several final adjustments to your posture, grounding your sit bones, shifting your weight before committing to to sitting in stillness. Lean into your center, which often involves shifting your chest back a little until you feel the front and back of your body in relatively equal measure. Beginning at your root, sense a circle around each chakra. Feel balanced in the center of the circle at the level of each chakra. You may be surprised to notice that you feel balanced in one chakra and then the next one reveals an imbalance tending to one side, left or right, or one side, front to back. By breathing into the center of each chakra from the ground up, you will reveal an even deeper place of center to rest within. Commit to this stillness. Your breath and very subtle shifts in your weight is enough to resolve most tensions. If any other sensation draws your attention that is resistant to soothing with the breath, first, be patient. It can take 5 minutes of stillness to allow a practice to unwind within you. I invite you to stay for at least that much time. Pay attention to and learn from your intuition and any tensions that remain with you, and commit to bringing the peace and centeredness of your practice into the rest of your day.